guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Evinka Bravehope, but you can call me Eve. So I'm currently at a place that I probably shouldn't be, and that is the Jorvik killpen. And the reason I say I probably shouldn't be here is because I am such a sucker for helping animals. Peanut is a great example of that, and so many other of my horses. But yeah, anyway, so about a year ago, some of you guys might recall, I did a Mustang makeover for the first time, and that's how I got Storm. And it was such an amazing experience in seeing this once wild horse turn into something so amazing and so gentle, and I love him so much, and I'm so proud of how far he's come. And I really wanted to do something like that again because it was just such a fun experience, and I love giving horses a second chance. So I thought that I might as well go to the kill pen to find a horse in need of a second chance. So let's go ahead and have a look. The first horse I looked at was 224, an 18-year-old Appaloosa gelding. He was so sweet and had these beautiful blue eyes. His papers said that the owners had lost everything in a fire and had to give up most all their horses. A lot of them were sold or sent to the auction, but he didn't sell, so he ended up here. He was so sweet, and poor little thing had already looked like he had given up and like there was no hope. And oh my gosh, my heart was aching. But he was so sweet. I was informed that someone else was looking at him, and if I wanted him, I would have to be quick. And he's definitely one I'm going to think about because he just looks like he needs a second chance at life. The next horse I looked at was 318, a thoroughbred bay stallion. After being injured on the racetrack, they had no use for him and sent him here, and I could definitely still see the spirit in him. He looked super sweet and like a nice little project, but I don't know, something just didn't seem like he was the one. Then I looked at 210, a black mare quarter horse. The owners had gotten her as a barrel racer, but she showed no interest in the sport, and with no use for her, they sent her to the auction. She bounced around from auction to auction, and at some point the owners decided just to send her here. She had these beautiful brown eyes and were just full of confusion and like, why am I here? But she was so gorgeous, and I am really thinking about her. Next, I looked at 1.5, a sweet flaxen chestnut Icelandic cross. She was so gorgeous. Apparently, she was once belonged to a pony riding facility, but when the facility got shut down, all the horses were sold or sent to auction. Unfortunately, she made her way here. She was sweet, but very scared, I guess. I don't know. She hid in the back corner of her stall, not wanting to come over and say hi. Then there was 228, a beautiful blue roan. She was so gorgeous, and her coat was so shiny. There wasn't much information on how she got here, just that she was made of fire. 135 had such a beautiful and unique coat color and these gorgeous chestnut eyes. His mane was super ratted and tangled, but he was so gorgeous and definitely didn't appreciate being cooped up in the stall. He kept throwing his head, and he did try to nip at me, and I went jumping back. I wasn't quite sure about him being my next project, but he was definitely stood out. And this is why I'm not allowed here. I want to take them all home. And there was 415, an iron gray Criollo mare who was roughly 7 years old. She stood in the back corner of her round pen, just staring out at the fields ahead. Then she started cantering about the pen, coming to occasional sliding stops and rearing like crazy, throwing her front legs in the air dramatically. After rearing several times, she went to cantering some more around the round pen before she came to a sliding stop into the fence back in that corner where she looked out at the fields ahead. It was so sad just seeing her trying to fight and then coming to a defeating stop, looking out at the wide fields ahead of her like, what's the point in life? And it was just so sad. So after watching her for a good 15 minutes, I continued to talk to one of the helpers or girls there to get some more information on all the horses here. Then I could figure out who is going to be my next project. Choice was so hard. All the horses were so amazing and beautiful, and I just couldn't decide. I spent hours, actually days. It took me 4 days just pacing in my room trying to figure out who I was going to bring home. But 4 days later, I went to pick up my horse, and as you can see, I decided that 415 is going to be my new project. Something about seeing her in the round pen and just, I don't know, it just made me really want to give her a second chance. And I really do hope a lot of the other horses find good homes. And it did make me very happy to see that a lot of the horses there that I went and looked at were brought to other homes, like people had bought them, which was so nice to see. But anyway, once they had gotten her in the trailer, which was not easy, and she was really freaking out in there, and took, a minute for the stuff, her, like, not Dramamine, but like the stuff I forget what it's called, but the stuff to calm her down. Once that kicked in, she was a lot better. And then we went on the drive, which wasn't too bad. It was like 20 minutes. And then I backed it up to my corral fence, or put up some corral fences, create a straight shoot straight into my round pen, where she ran and bucking, rearing, and coming to dramatic stops. I watched her for a little bit before walking away. I didn't want to put too much pressure on her. New place. She's not great with humans. She's not aggressive, just not trusting. I'm really excited to see where our journey goes and where she takes me as a rider, trainer, and just person in general. I will definitely be keeping you guys updated on every step of our journey. And yeah, I'm just so excited. So if you can, please subscribe so you're notified every time I post a video, and you'll never miss one step of our journey, along with all of my other horses. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!